south of the border for the first time in the 2006 season in Monterrey, Mexico at Fundadora Park. Series champ Sebastian Bourdais, quickest throughout most of Friday's qualifying. Later in the session, Paul Tracy held up here by Dan Clark. Tracy would get by, Clark would spin. That brings out a red flag during the session. Bourdais stayed on the Bridgestone Potenza Blacks. The red, though, gave Justin Wilson a chance to put on the Bridgestone Reds, the quicker alternate tires. Late in the session, Wilson knocked off the fastest lap of the day. It gives Wilson a spot on the front row, a championship point. Now the question is, can he back it up in final Bridgestone pole position qualifying?
Concentrate on your mark. Go, 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 go. Green, green, green.
Bridgestone presents the Champcar World Series powered by Ford. The sights, the sounds, the exhilaration of a 185-mile-an-hour festival of speed. It is a steamy weekend in Monterrey, Mexico at Fundadora Park. Round 3 of the 2006 championship. It is the Tecate Grand Prix of Monterrey, presented by Roche France. And tonight, coverage of Bridgestone pole position qualifying for this event. First of 2 trips for Champcar south of the border during this season. Hello again, everyone. I'm Rick Benjamin. Jan Beekes is alongside. Now, here at Fundadora Park, pole position qualifying has been the exclusive domain of Sebastian Bourdais the past 3 seasons. He's taken the pole. He's got 1 race win here. If he wins the pole this weekend, he would tie a Champcar record set by Rick Mears back in the late 80s, early 90s at Phoenix International Raceway. Bourdais was very fast on Friday, Jan, but he didn't claim the provisional pole. What happened to him?
Well, you have to think about the fact that historically what happens with Newman Haas is they never want to run those red Bridgestone sidewall tires on the first day. They always want to save the best for last. But the Rousport team knew that, so the moment that they saw Sebastian Bourdais commit to those black sidewall tires, they quickly uncovered the red Bridgestone Reds, as we call the alternate tires. They're faster, grippier, and Justin Wilson put it to great use. He only had 1 lap to do it, but he definitely set the mark and unsettled Sebastian Bourdais. Now, that was yesterday. Today, he is standing by Justin Wilson with Cameron Steele.
Justin Wilson in the number 9 CDW car took a calculated risk yesterday going out on the Bridgestone options. It paid off. A front row starting position and an extra point. The question is, how hard do you push today in second qualifying? Do you go for the pole position guaranteed, get another point, or do you maybe save your tires?
It's a good question. It depends on how this warm-up session goes. If we feel the car's good, obviously we're going to go for it. We want to start on pole. We want to be leading the race, you know, setting the start. So we'll see how it goes. Like I say, I want the pole, but if the best option is to just let it go and save the tires and think about the bigger picture, then that's what we'll do.
Well, we'll see if he can make it pay off. Last year, starting second position, he couldn't make it into a win. He finished in 3rd place, and now let's go over to Bill Stevens.
Thanks a lot, Cameron. Well, Sebastian Bourdais' string of consecutive Bridgestone poles here in Monterrey may be in jeopardy this weekend, and I know that hindsight is 20/20, Sebastian, but if you had it to do all over again, would you change your tire strategy yesterday?
It's very difficult. You know, obviously you want to start from the pole, so you want to optimize Saturday, and we know it's going to be quicker today. It was just a little frustrating because I really felt McDonald's car had quite a bit more in it that I could extract, so yeah, it's just one of these days where you get out of the car a little frustrated, but we'll see how it unfolds today. We've got 2 sets of option Bridgestone tires.
Good luck today.
Thanks.
Hey, he was fastest in the first practice today, so I don't think that they're ready to hang their heads just yet down here at Newman Haas. Hey, let's go back to Cameron Steele with the driver who's the victim of a double whammy.
Well, Bill, the double whammy is absolutely right. Remember a podium in Long Beach, and it turned into disaster in Houston. A brake problem, we understand, disappearing into the tires. What happened there? Also a problem here at first practice today. It seems like the brake problems are following you around.
Well, it's a little bit unfortunate because Houston was a great race for us. We had throttle got stuck and at the same time rear brake failure, so not very fun to go head on into a wall, but this morning it was completely different. The little sensor in the front just cut the little tube, goes to the brake calipers, and it was fluid all over the place. No front brakes, only rear brakes, and put us into the wall. So it's all repaired now, but you know, it was unfortunate for the whole team because the guys are doing a great job in the pit so far, and we probably came out of Houston 3rd in the points, so we just have to make it all back here this weekend.
Thanks so much. He says no lingering injuries, and he's looking forward to getting back on the podium in Monterrey like he did last year.
Team owners Paul Newman, Carl Haas up in the timing stand. The cars getting ready to hit the racetrack for final round qualifying, Bridgestone pole position qualifying for the Tecate Grand Prix of Monterrey. Right now, Justin Wilson has the quickest time of the weekend. We'll be back to cover the action in just a moment.
Tonight, NASCAR is home in Charlotte as All-Star Weekend continues. From warm-up laps to victory laps and all the pre-race excitement. When NASCAR comes home, speed is your home for NASCAR. NASCAR All-Star Weekend continues tonight, 11 Eastern, only on Speed.
This is the place I was telling you about. This is where my mom used to bring me.
1, 2.
Are you ready? We're gonna jump straight out there, okay?
1, 2, 3.
Bold moves. They happen every day.
Hey, neighbor.
Hey, buddy.
Mobile Clean 5000, huh?
This here stuff's the real deal. It protects for 5,000 miles.
Tougher men demand a tougher oil.
Tough stuff.
Mobile Clean 5000. It's the only conventional oil tough enough to guarantee protection of critical engine parts for 5,000 miles.
Mobile Clean 5000.
Seriously tough oil.
Champcar has the hottest stuff for the coolest fans. Go to champcarstuff.com and order your favorite team and driver gear. Hats, t-shirts, jackets, die-cast, bags, books and more. Tracy, Bourdais and others. Champcarstuff.com has it all. Or call 800-777-4453 now for a free catalogue. Champcar Stuff is going fast.
The wheel goes round and round, we keep it moving, and it don't slow down. The wheel goes round and round, we keep it moving.
Round and round.
The wheel goes round and round, keep it moving.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. The wheel goes round and round, round and round, goes round and round.
Bridgestone presents the Champcar World Series powered by Ford. Bridgestone pole qualifying for the Tecate Grand Prix of Monterrey, presented by Rush Friends at Fundadora Park, Monterrey, Mexico. Lots for the fans to enjoy here at Monterrey and a hot, hot weekend. The fans really enjoy all that the vendors do. Check the temperature now. 97 degrees. It may get warmer later today. A track temperature of more than 140. Now, a year ago, humidity was a lot worse than this, close to 90%. Fortunately, as they say, it's a dry heat. Clear skies prevailing all weekend long, and that is good news for these Champcar World Series drivers and teams. But, you know, when you face such a hot afternoon, these drivers know they've got to take some special precautions. So they talk to their team doctor. Doctor says, hey, start your hydration process early in the week and don't just drink water, alternate water and a good sports drink that works well for you. Most of these drivers will lose, well, maybe as much as 10 pounds through the course of a 2.5 or 3 hour afternoon. And Bill Stevens, that certainly leads these drivers to be very careful in their preparations.
No question about it. You know, the doctor that works for Champcar told me this morning that here in Mexico, it isn't even a situation that matches what they faced in Houston last week when they had crew members showing up at the medical center because of the humidity, not so much the heat. So as you mentioned, it is a dry heat. But this is a heat gun, and this is really the holy grail for these teams when they're trying to determine the track temperature and making their setups. You basically aim the gun at the pavement and look at that LED readout, 143 degrees. That is hot.
Mid-afternoon here in Monterrey, getting warmer by the minute. Jan Vicas, Mario Dominguez, the Orgullo de Mexico Indec Forsyth car. He was on the pole at Houston last week. He's struggled here so far.
However, he is the fastest person that has been on the track thus far. He's cooling down, but some other people have had a few bits of trouble pushing it to the edge of the envelope, including Catherine Legge.
Legge in the Bell Micro 20 car has gone around. She's got the visor up, which means the car has stalled, and the red flag is being displayed here in final Bridgestone pole position qualifying. So the track safety crew, the Champcar safety crew, will have to go and retrieve Catherine.
When we get you back out is get 2 quick laps because they'll take one away.
And what Tom Brown is referring to, if you are the driver that brings out the red flag, they strip away your fastest lap, irrespective of when you turned it. So now Catherine Legge has the job of having to do 2 fast laps. Mario Dominguez slowing down, cooling the tires on his way to the pits.
Catherine being posted 13th of the 17 drivers in action here this afternoon at the time of that spin. So Mario Dominguez will come around, and he'll probably take the opportunity to come to pit road for a moment. Justin Wilson remains the quickest of the weekend. Dominguez has popped up to second. Bruno Champcar heads the second 5 in Bridgestone pole qualifying in Monterrey.
Thursday, NASCAR on Speed is back in Charlotte.
The Queen City, this is my hometown.
It's wall-to-wall coverage as Speed goes 4 wide into one of racing's biggest weekends.
Absolute chaos on a racetrack.
From a kickoff party in the street.
This is a big old Friday night party.
To celebration in Victory Lane.
It was so dramatic, so intense. You got smoked, Bobby.
When NASCAR comes home, Speed is your home for NASCAR.
This is the hub.
NASCAR on Speed, live from Charlotte, Thursday, 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific, only on Speed.
Do you have to do that every time you wash the car?
With the Mr. Clean Auto Dry Car Wash, your car dries itself to a spot-free shine so you don't have to. Just soap, rinse, and watch as the pure filter removes water impurities, leaving you with a spot-free shine with no need to hand dry, guaranteed.
Now you have time to do mine.
For more information on the Mr. Clean Auto Dry Car Wash Kit, go to autodry.com.
You're pretty. Waiting long?
Yeah, and I'm late.
No car, huh?
Bad credit.
I got a car. Hey, I can't get financing. Sure you can. It's easy. Just call 1-800-BAR-NONE. If you need car financing, even if you have bad credit, 1-800-BAR-NONE could get you approved in minutes. 1-800-BAR-NONE? You can? I am? Really? Scintillating. Need a car? Call 1-800-BAR-NONE. Everyone deserves a second chance, bar none. Call now.
Welcome back to Fundadora Park, Monterrey, Mexico. Bridgestone pole qualifying for the Tecate Grand Prix of Monterrey, presented by Roche France. I'm Rick Benjamin with Jan Beekes, Phil Stevens, Cameron Steele on pit road. Hey, tomorrow on Speed, the Champcar World Series right here for the Monterrey Grand Prix. Bruno Champcar hoping to defend his title. The Tecate Grand Prix of Monterrey, presented by Roche France. Our live coverage at 2 Eastern on Sunday, only here on Speed. On board with Justin Wilson, who grabbed the point for provisional pole on Friday, but this is Paul Tracy. He needs to bounce back today.
And Paul Tracy is really working this car hard. You can hear the tires squeal. They really push these cars, and if you want to see a guy throw around a champ car, Paul Tracy obviously is the master. That puts him currently in 4th. Paul Tracy will want a lot more.
He's got the Bridgestone alternates, the red sidewall tires on, 25 career poles for PT.
Yeah. Sliding it around everywhere. It's just because the grip level is low, and it's just, this is one of these great racetracks where car control really plays.
Turn 1, 2, a little lock up.
He's in trouble.
So now he has to clean the tires and kind of cool things off.
He will not be able to improve. He'll have to actually back off because that's shortcutting the course. That cannot be a lap that's going to improve his position. Came in, you can see the brake lock up, and just discretion is the better part of valor. Just go ahead and go across the grass. Don't shred the tire.
So Tracy will have to regroup as he bids to put that car on the front row for tomorrow's event.
Oh, if you can, try pulling the front bar. It's the last flick. There should be one more position, so you can pull it full stiff.
And when he's talking about the front bar, that's the front any roll bar. And if you have it stiffer at the front, it'll make the car more positive and will also have a tendency to give you better braking and better stability. So they're trying to get him settled down. Paul Tracy's been frustrated on the brakes.
Now Tracy's had an interesting weekend so far during practice earlier. Couple of spins. He really kind of searches for the limit, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Here you can search for the limit, getting some big-time air in turn number 3, pushing it, and Paul Tracy says, my main issue, I just can't get the car stopped. It's not comfortable on the brakes.
So we check back in with PT, the throw from West Hill, and the Index Foresight 3. This was again yesterday. He and Speedy Dan Clark had a little confrontation. This brought about the red flag we referred to earlier. And Paul Tracy on it here in final qualifying. His teammate Mario Dominguez, second quick at the moment. And Sebastian Bourdais has just thrown down the quickest lap of the weekend, a 1:13.9. So the McDonald's car number 1, Bourdais into turn 1.
Now look at the difference in attitude and listen to the difference of what you hear. Sebastian Bourdais is all about smooth and consistent and not sliding. You don't even hear the same level of tire squeal. He pushes the car hard, but he doesn't throw it, he doesn't drift it. You'll certainly hear some tire squeal, but he's all about keeping the car in contact with the road and being conservative.
Keeping the car straight, generally considered to be faster at a place like this. And Bourdais, of course, trying to win his 4th consecutive pole here. Bill Stevens.
Well, heat is the enemy of every race car. And just a few moments ago, when Sebastian Bourdais was in the pit, they actually had a fan on the front shock absorbers to cool them off. Any way they can find to keep the race car cooler on almost every component, they're going to try to do it.
And it's working, Bill, because he's got a great lap going. He is a half a second quicker than he was last time. He jumps for the line. Wow, 13.2.
Now, just to clarify, the timing stripe is not the start-finish line here.
Correct. He took that dive.
Step clear into your box. Storm's waving you in. Now showing you P1.
Kenny Seawick talking to him on the radio. You can change your line on the last lap, still get into the pits, and you can kind of shortcut it because that's where the timing line is, just before the pit entrance.
Now, Bourdais only run 5 laps of the 15 he's allowed here today. Shut the car down. Now, will they put another set of reds on or try again?
Well, they'll wait to see what everyone else does. Remember, that is a new qualifying record. He breaks his own record with that time.
Now, Justin Wilson was on the provisional pole Friday in the Roof Sport CDW 9 car, but he's on the black tires right now.
He's going to hit pit road. I was listening to what the crew might tell him. That was a case of just exploring. He knew he's not going to do anything on the black sidewalls. He only has 1 set. We've well documented that he took a risk yesterday, and he has a guaranteed front row spot.
His teammate, though, A.J. Allmendinger on the reds, the Roof Sport Red Bull number 10. Allmendinger still searching for his first career Champcar victory.
Now watch how much A.J. Allmendinger drives like Paul Tracy, another guy who loves to throw the car around. We hear lots of tire squealing. In the meantime, let's get to Cameron Steele.
Jeremy Dale just told me that they are going to go to the Bridgestone alternate. The red is going on, and they are going for the pole right now.
Justin Wilson, quickest in Friday qualifying, will get his opportunity here with about 9 minutes to go in this session. Try to come back and knock Bourdais off the pole. His teammate Allmendinger on course right now. AJ currently 3rd quick overall. Paul Tracy 4th. Alex Tagliani, who's had his difficulties this weekend, right now 5th. Allmendinger trying to do better than the 1:14.07 he's run here so far today.
But I have to say again, a 1:13.2, which Bourdais did, that is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is 0.4 of a second faster than his own track record. Everyone else is really going to have to push.
Now let's see what Allmendinger came up with. As Jan told you, he just did the same thing, shortcutting to get across the final timing line. Let's look back at some of Allmendinger's struggles here this weekend.
That was in the morning, but just moments ago, the warm-up session for this qualifying. He's had trouble locking up the right front brake. They considered changing the front caliper. Obviously came back and talked to Chris Lurch and said, got to figure out something about this braking. And at the moment, he's easing up on the pedal. They didn't have time to change that caliper.
Right now, Allmendinger 2nd quick in this session, a 1:13.796. And Bruno Junqueira 4th quick overall, 3rd quick in the session, a 1:13.911. Allmendinger hoping for more, Bill Stevens.
You guys will remember back in Houston during final qualifying when Sebastian Bourdais went to a brand new set of sticker alternate tires during that session and just smoked better than he had the entire weekend. They're trying that strategy again. A fresh set of Bridgestone reds just went on the car.
Allmendinger waiting, as is Bourdais. Justin Wilson with that fan on the cowl to try to give him a little cool air. The 9 car, the CDW team, also making final preparations to give their driver a few more laps under green. About 7.5 to go in the session. Those stickers representing the pole at Long Beach and 2 for 2 in victory lane this season for the two-time defending series champion, Sebastian Bourdais, now racing out of Florida in the McDonald's car number 1. Allmendinger, Champcar, and Tracy, the rest of the top 5. Back with more of Bridgestone pole qualifying in a moment.
Hi, I'm John Elway. Happy 10th anniversary, Speed.
Fred, I want upgrades. More speed, better security, and I want options by Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, Rudy, why me?
Look, maybe I can get you some more time.
No, Tuesday's fine. I'll call CDW. We'll work out some options. Rudy.
Nobody responds like CDW. With fast answers to your technology questions, you get what you need when you need it. CDW, the right technology, right away.
Thanks for caring, man.
Back at Fundadora Park, Monterrey, Mexico, Bridgestone pole qualifying for the Tecate Grand Prix of Monterrey, presented by Rush Fries. On board with Justin Wilson, he was fastest in the first session on the front row. He's on the Bridgestone alternates. Coming up next on Speed, the Spanish Grand Prix Formula One season continues. Bob Barcia and the boys will have the call right after we are done here in Monterrey, Mexico. And Wilson in the CDW9 car, fastest Friday, took the championship point, guaranteed a front row spot. But Sebastian Bourdais in the McDonald's car, Jan Bikus, trying to win his 4th consecutive pole here in Monterrey.
And Justin Wilson has improved on his time, but not as fast as Sebastian Bourdais, as we said. That 13.2 that he laid down, that's going to be tough, even for a guy like Justin Wilson to get to.
Cameron Steele.
Well, I'm standing by right now with Carlos Araujo, who is the commercial director for Bridgestone Mexico. And it's been 6 years since Champcar's been racing in Mexico, and Bridgestone's been a big supporter. How important is it to Bridgestone to be here racing?
Oh, that is a lot of opportunities in order to show how we are producing, developing, supplying tires to the market. So this is most important public laboratory that we can show our quality of the tires. So for the Mexican, we can show our good position, that we are a leader in the market, and we can keep this advertisement, public advertisement for everything.
Well, it sounds like a great partnership. Thank you so much. Let's send it back to the booth.
The Newman Haas team, the McDonald's group, watching their driver on the monitors to see if Sebastian Bourdais can go even quicker. Already on the provisional pole here, a 1:13.253 second lap. That would be a new qualifying record at Monterrey, and Seb trying to knock off an even quicker lap on those alternate tires.
What he's doing at the moment, you can see he's off pace, but this man is not off of pace. Justin Wilson, he knows he really has to pick it up to see if he can get. He said, remember, he told in the beginning of the race, well, I'm just going to get a feel for what's going on to decide if we really want to go for the pole or we save the tires. 2 minutes to go in the session. You see it in the top left of your screen. And Wilson just knocked off a 1:13.615 second lap, considerably quicker than his provisional pole time of Friday, which is what you would expect. Wilson third in the championship, 19 points behind Bourdais. Wilson struggling just a bit, although he's been quick. Let's show you what happened here a couple of moments ago. That was a case where you get in deep. That's the exact same place we saw Paul Tracy's shortcut. Again, if you're in too hot on the brakes, don't kill the car. Right there, you want to go to the left of the curb, not go over it. A few people have hit that curb, and you go straight up in the air. So Wilson back on the speedway, no problem to the car. He had to clean the tires for a moment before getting back on the gas. Coming up on about a minute to go, some of these drivers will hit the start-finish line, get the opportunity to start their final lap. If you do start a lap before time runs out, you get to complete that lap and go for the pole. Team Director Jeremy Dale atop the timing stand for the Roo Sport Group. They run, of course, Justin Wilson of the CDW9. They're telling them to be cautious because there's a car, Catherine Legg, back in the grass. Car has stalled. We stayed green for the final 45 seconds of this final round of Bridgestone pole position qualifying here at Fundadora Park. With only 40 seconds to go, they probably will not go red So still trying to get people an opportunity, but I have to say that right here, this man looks like he doesn't even have to push it. He'll have heard from the pits that Justin Wilson doesn't have the speed. He's probably not even going to take any chances on his second set of tires.
Sebastian Bourdais going for 4 consecutive poles here at Fundadora Park. He is on the button, though. He says, hey, I can throw down an even better lap this last time around. Right now it's Wilson, Allmendinger, Champcar, and Tracy trailing Bourdais.
He's about a tenth or two behind, so he'll know on his dash. You can see, well, Paul Tracy was looking in the mirror, trying to give him some room. I know that Sebastian's not going to be happy with that, but I don't think Sebastian needs it. I believe that Sebastian was about 2/10 down. He wasn't going to make it up there. Paul Tracy was trying his best. It appeared to stay out of his way.
Checkered flag waving here at Fundadora Park.
Sam Wilson coming around.
Bridgestone pole position qualifying is complete. And the Newman Haas team, the McDonald's car number 1. Series champ Sebastian Bourdais claims the pole. Justin Wilson will join him on the front row with A.J. Allmendinger, third quick. Alex Tagliani and Oriol Servia head up the second 5 in final qualifying for the Tecate Grand Prix of Monterrey. We'll be back.
The wheel goes round and round, we keep it moving, and it don't slow down. The wheel goes round and round, we keep it moving. Round and round. The wheel goes round and round, keep it moving. Oh yeah. Keep it moving. Yeah. Keep it moving. The wheel goes round and round. Round and round, goes round and round.
Enter the Champcar Live Fast sweepstakes. Watch the Champcar World Series this Sunday from Monterrey, and you can win a trip to the next race. Live the Champcar life and take home a set of Bridgestone tires, or win a subscription to Auto Week. One grand prize winner will even win a trip to the Champcar World Series finale and a new Ford Mustang GT. Tune in to the Champcar World Series this Sunday for the weekly code word. Then enter to win at champcar.ws. Enter the Champcar Live Fast sweepstakes, presented by Bridgestone.
Our coverage today of Bridgestone pole position qualifying is being brought to you by Bridgestone, passion for excellence. And by Ford, bold moves. Sebastian Bourdais hoists the Bridgestone Pole Award flag high here at Monterrey at Fundadora Park. 4th consecutive year, the series champion will start from the top spot. He's standing by with Bill Stevens.
Sebastian Bourdais, some questions after yesterday's strategy, none today. Could it have gone any more perfectly for you?
You know, it can always be better, but I think we got the best out of what we could take today, and the McDonald's car was really on top of the game. So, you know, it just feels good. It's the first time here we're starting from the pole in as many participations, so it's quite an event, really.
And he has never gone quicker on this racetrack.
Al Bourdais, certainly the dominator in the early part of the 2006 season. 2 for 3 in Bridgestone Pole Awards. Mario Dominguez won the 3rd. Final results here in a moment. First, Cameron Steele.
Justin Wilson's gamble yesterday paid off with the front row starting position. You weren't able to grab the pole today, unfortunately, but we're looking at your hands. They look a little blistered up still from Houston. Was that or the heat a factor with what happened this afternoon?
No, not really. My hand is a lot better now. It's not blistered up too bad, so I'm just trying to take precautions on that. The heat's not really an issue. It's the same for everyone, so he's just trying to get the most out of the car in these conditions.
Top 10 in final qualifying. Bourdais and Wilson, the 2 quickest drivers. A.J. Allmendinger, Bruno Champcar, their teammates will make up the second row in front of Paul Tracy and Alex Tagliani. Be sure to join us tomorrow from Monterrey. Round 3 of Bridgestone presents the Champcar World Series powered by Ford. Live coverage of the Tecate Grand Prix of Monterrey presented by Restaurants at 2 Eastern on Speed. I'm Rick Benjamin. We'll see you next time.
This Sunday on Speed. First, AMA Superbike. Spees and Mladen take the dogfight to Sonoma.
He will not hesitate. He will not hold anything back.
Then, Champcar World Series takes it south of the border.
Should be a great battle. Whoa!
Finally, the ARCA Remix Series goes short tracking in Toledo. And Ken Schrader is along for the ride. It all begins Sunday, 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, only on Speed. For the latest stats and facts on your favorite series, log on to speedtv.com now.
This is the place I was telling you about. This is where my mom used to bring me. 1, 2. Are you ready? We're gonna jump straight out there, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3!
Bold moves. They happen every day.
Through 5 rounds of the 2006 Formula One World Championship, 2 teams and 2 drivers have separated themselves from the field.
The better one will win.
The previous 2 rounds saw Michael Schumacher and Ferrari use a combination of speed and strategy to get the better of their nearest rivals. Today, these 2 teams resume their battle in Barcelona, Spain. If Alonso and company need any more incentive to put an end to Schumacher and Ferrari's recent dominance, 130,000 of his Spanish countrymen cheering him on should be plenty of motivation. If Alonso can leave here with a victory in front of the home fans, it would most certainly leave him the true king of Spain. Well, with apologies to the real king of Spain, His Majesty Juan Carlos, there is no bigger figure on the Iberian Peninsula this weekend than Formula One world champion Fernando Alonso, who will race in front of his home fans from pole in the Spanish Grand Prix here on Speed. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Barsha. David Hobbs and Steve Matchett alongside. Today's race is the 6th of the season, bringing us to the 1/3 mark of the calendar. 13 points separate championship frontrunner Fernando Alonso of Renault from Michael Schumacher and his Ferrari. Each man has 2 wins, but Michael's have come in the last 2 Grand Prix back-to-back. The 2 are the class of the field this season, but does one man perhaps have an advantage over the other? Peter Windsor took microphone in hand to try to find out.
Yes, titanic racing in the last 2 Grand Prix between Ferrari and Renault. So how do the 2 protagonists compare? What are the differences, good and perhaps not so good, between the Ferrari F248 and the Renault R26?
I think what both cars are good at is the consistency on the tires, and the ability to get maximum performance out of the tires for the race stints. So they're clearly cars which both have a very good consistency, and I think that's going to be a vital factor here. If you look at the long runs in testing, lots of people were quick, but were they quick on the 10th or the 15th lap? And that's what we've been trying to work on, and I know that's what Renault work on.